that long day behind you. Good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile on your head. Come on in, the door's open, you'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and lend our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk at the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk at the tavern. Promising beer and bedlam. The talk at the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk at the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
And welcome to the tavern, kiddies and grown-ups. What are you giggling about, Andrea?
Your Mick Jagger
yeah.
lips.
You like those? I got a teeny hand, too, right here. Oh, it just feels teeny when I'm... Never mind. What am I doing here? Right, my vices. I know I got bourbon. Blade and Bow again. Couple episodes in a row. I've been enjoying this, which was a gift from a viewer, Hot Diggity Dave. Thank you very much for this. Much appreciate that. I got some water here, and I have some fucking incredible company here. Ed, what are you slipping between your lips, big guy?
Bourbon.
Good answer. Good answer. Anything else? Is that it? You don't have any chasers?
Just some bourbon.
No water?
Yeah,
No ginger ale?
Ginger ale.
So you like gingers? I hear you.
I love gingers. By the way,
yeah.
I read an article not too long ago that the gene is becoming less and less and less. And I forget how many years. There will be no more redheads. I cried. I wept.
Oh, I would have held you. And then we could have gone stared at a ginger awkwardly from a very far... You've got scopes. We would do... No, that sounds threatening. Anyhow.
No.
We've had a recent discussion here in the tavern that... Is it just us? Or, like... Female gingers tend to be, like, hot, sexy. Whereas male gingers...
Assholes.
Really? You think that far?
Yeah.
Okay, nobody went that far.
Oh, yeah.
Andrea, you agree with that, or?
I just think of Children of the Corn and Malachi. He was a ginger, and he was a little creepy.
What do you got in front of you there, Andrea? What's your vices tonight?
Okay, so, of course, my tea in my fancy wine glass. Oh, and tonight, I'm not sponsored by, but I sure would love to be, Advil.
That would be a sponsor, wouldn't it? You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dealing
leg
with
day.
Oh, leg day, yeah.
Yeah.
She did some
I can't
squats
walk now.
earlier. She did not tell me when she was doing squats, because, you know, I would have been right underneath her to support her. Looks like Bree is having some tea, and I think Tal had tea earlier, too. So welcome to our millennial audience here. We are so going to rake you fuckers over the coals in a minute.
Really.
And by the way, Bree says, to a conversation before we went live, teeny hand to reach into teeny places. I have rather large appendages.
Not what I heard.
Did you hear huge? Immense. Humongous. Hold on, I'm looking up thesaurus.com. Prove it. Man down, you're half the woman you used to be, and I do you twice as much.
We'll have to go to our OnlyFans channel.
And that's the show, folks. Okay. Anybody got anything? Andrea, you got anything that happened this week you want to talk about?
Leg day.
Fun stories?
I know why people don't like leg day.
So what all did you do besides squats today?
Does there need to be anything else?
No, there doesn't. There doesn't at all. But yeah, I did some goblet squats myself and some deadlifts. So yeah, squats are evil. Squats are evil. They're beautiful though, man. Squats work so much of the body. So much of the body. And if you can do, what is it, the woodcutter, where you have a weight and you take it in both hands and put it over the right shoulder, bring it down between your legs while squatting, then back up. where you take 2 in each hand and you squat all the way down, then all the way up.
So if I do that, I ain't getting back up. I'm just down.
Sadist.
That's it.
Apparently, Tal is into BDSM. She says squats, picks up a piece of Lego. Squats, picks up a piece of Lego. Yeah, if you're stepping on those as you're doing squats, that is hell. Anyhow. Okay. So, you know what I want to talk about today?
What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about millennials. And you know what I want to do with millennials? I want to put a fucking cape on them and thank them.
Your mom.
Bend and snap.
So, we've heard a lot of bad shit about millennials, right? We've whined about millennials, which, by the way, do you guys know when millennials, like what era they were born in, what years, all that shit?
Not as far back as I was.
No, not as far back.
I thought it was like in the 2000s.
No, I thought that too. Like 96 to... No. 96 is where it ends. 81 to 96. I was 10 years old. As of today, when we're recording this episode, millennials would be between 29 and 44 years old. So they're a lot older than I fucking expected.
No, they're like 12.
Apparently, according to Bree, that she is proudly standing up and waving her millennial flag, saying, "I was born in '89. I turned 36 this year." Okay.
So what I'm guessing is millennials, they hit their teenage years in the millennium. Is that what it is?
I guess, yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're
What I
somewhere
thought
between
they were-
4 and 19.
12?
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of when the millennium. Okay. So,
Okay.
what bad things? Let's bitch about millennials for a second, then I'll put a cape on them and tell you why they're superheroes. So, what bad shit have you guys heard or said about millennials? Nothing?
Well, apparently nothing because I got the birthday wrong.
I've heard they're whiners and they don't want to do work and they're snowflakes. You guys heard anything about that?
I hate that term.
Snowflakes?
Yeah.
Really?
Does that mean they're cold?
It was overused here in recent years.
Yeah, that is definitely fair.
I just despise that term.
Your mom.
Bree says they can whine, Mama.
WINE. Yep. Just whine it.
It's and by the way, when you guys for the podcast folks, when you hear this stuff, maybe I should eventually put the chat on screen since we're doing video podcasting now.
That would be great.
So, well, I mean, it would be behind. You couldn't just read the anyhow. So, a lot of people complained about millennials for a long time now. And by the way, after millennials, we have Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Is that right? I believe that's right.
Hell if I know.
Wow.
Gen Z, or millennials also known as Gen Y. Yeah, so we've gone Gen Z and now we've gone Gen Alpha. Which, by the way, can I bitch for a moment, guys?
Bitch, baby, bitch.
Should not have been Gen Y. Gen X was named because it's the 10th generation in the U.S. A generation tends to be 20 years. When they hit 20, they start making babies, new generation. So that's why you got that. And for them to go, oh, Gen X, Gen Y, what? These are not chromosomes we're talking about, folks. This is not the alphabet. It's a goddamn Roman numeral 10. It's a 10th generation. Because 1776? 1976, 200 years. 10th generation. Anyhow. But we're doing what we do, and old men get to sit on the porch and yell, get off my lawn, and besides that, I got no power here.
Hey.
What, you want me on your lawn? I'll be
Don't be
right
knocking
over.
about old man sitting on the porch yelling at little bitches to get off his lawn. Okay.
You know, I read recently. By the way,
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, very good.
thank you. I'm very Mark. So, Ed, you're my guru in this. I read a book which was talking about getting out and reconnecting to nature. Just 20 minutes a day with no lenses, no glasses, no contacts, no sunglasses. Or for multiple days if you could go camping or hiking, and it's a reset and it's healthy mentally,
Absolutely.
physically, spiritually if you want to go there. Very important. So I just want to give this public service announcement, this PSA right now, of take a few minutes and go outside and don't bring your fucking phone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's rainy, sunny, if it's an extreme temperature, do what you can handle, but just get some downtime.
Get some
Watch the
downtime.
grass grow.
Take your shoes off. Walk around on the ground.
Yeah.
Dance naked in the rain.
Yeah,
That's an
except
awesome fucking experience, by the
except in the
The neighbors love
city.
that.
Yeah, they do. Helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. How do he put that pole in his yard when we didn't see?
way. No, actually, we didn't have neighbors at the time. It was nothing but woods there, and it was raining, spring day, warm rain, and I drug the missus outside, and we danced naked in the rain. It was an
Nice.
awesome fucking
I'll
experience.
tell you what, Ed. Maybe next time that house next to you comes up for sale, we should grab it.
Maybe you should.
Then you could fucking dance naked all the time. If you see the flash go off, you know it's in a good way. But I ain't gonna
I
find
want the
out.
money you make from that.
Oh, I wouldn't share that with, the public. That'd be personal. But I won't come out and dance with you because rain is cold and that is not going to do me any favors. Yeah, but like, that's not a helicopter unless if it's in a bathtub with a 2-year-old. Not the 2-year-old, just like a toy helicopter.
Yeah.
So,
Moving
millennials.
on.
I'm a grower. Really? Um, Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come to the defense of millennials. Millennials are fucking awesome.
Why is that?
They're saving our dumbass Gen X boomers asses. They go into the workplace and they complain because they have too much work. And older generations look at them, quit your whining. But you know what? They're just saying what we fucking wanted to say for years now. How many jobs you do, Ed? I mean, I know you get paid for one job, but when you're doing that one job, how many other people's jobs are you doing?
Pretty much. There's a little bit of an HR role, but to be fair, there's an HR representative I must refer back to before making decisions. But the job I do as a manager is a manager's job. That's it. You evaluate people, you fire people, you hire people, you make sure they're doing their job.
Okay, you've moved to a different position because I do remember not too long ago where if somebody didn't show up, you went and fucking filled that role.
That is rare. I do have to do that occasionally. I'd say I probably have to do that 3 times a year. But yeah, I still do have to do that. But for the most part, um, I've been in this role almost 2 years now, and I have my site leads doing their fucking job. Whereas when I first took over the role, the site leads didn't do their fucking job because they had a regional manager that was power hungry and felt like he had to do everything. I'm not going to do that because once I come in to work and do my 8 hours, I'm not getting out of bed at midnight and going in. That's your job, Mr. Site Lead. You talk to your people, you get somebody to cover that shift, or you go in. I only make salary. you make out hourly.
By the way, Bree said, I discovered today I have a problem with authority. I don't like being told what to do. Here's what I'm going to say, Bree.
And that's my problem with millennials.
I don't mind being told what to do when it makes sense, or if it doesn't make sense, if the logic is explained to me. And I've often pointed at the military. Ed, you're in the military. I pointed at the military when I couldn't be military because of this reason. I have since had military guys coming to me going, no, you could be. Because they might tell you, you're a grunt, you're going to do this, and this is why. But there is a chain of command that if you have a problem, you could change it by running it up. And it's easier than it is in a lot of day jobs many of us carry. So,
to a certain extent, I mean, if you're peacetime, there's some things you can change by running it up. If you're in combat, when you get told to do it, you need to do it now. Lives are depending on you doing it and doing it now.
See, and I get that. If you're in the field and you're told what to do, yeah, that's your job to follow those, whatever is said, sensible or not. But after that incursion, after that tour, after that day, whatever the case is, if you go back and go, here's a better way that could have been done.
Right.
I have come to understand that will be listened to and considered. It may be dismissed, but it's going to be heard. And that's something a lot of companies don't have now. And this is what I'm telling you guys. Millennials are calling bullshit where us in the workforce, because Ed, you said, oh, I do my job now. It's pretty much only my job. I don't know, I'm making you talk like a white guy, but here we go. Like fucking Eddie Murphy doing a white guy impersonation. This is a white guy impersonation of a white guy. Yeah. Previously, I know you would have to get up at midnight and go cover somebody else's shift, and you're not doing that now. So good for you.
Yeah.
But Andrea, how many jobs have you done in the past? I'm not saying today, because you've learned and got a little smarter, grew up a little bit. How many jobs have you done?
A lot more than I should have.
Yeah.
A lot more than I should have.
Well, let me ask you this. The job previous to the one you have right now, how many people did they have to hire to take your position and do all the things you did?
And there's several jobs before that.
Right.
Because they're like, we're not going to. And then I worked at some big companies and I did jobs and I was there long, but someone that had just got hired got made more than me and I'd been there longer doing all these extra jobs.
Yeah.
That's what I had a problem with. Someone coming in, I still have to do their job and train them and they make more than me.
Right.
See, and I'm seeing news articles about millennials and people are like, oh, they don't want to do the job they were hired. No, they don't want to do 3 jobs. The one they were hired for and 2 more. And it's one thing. Go ahead, Ed.
Go ahead. Okay. I would agree with that, and especially like in Andrea's environment, working in the office environment. My struggle is, and I find myself sounding like my dad. Just had this conversation with an officer the other day because the job site that I was on, speaking with the officer, they have to do 2 patrols. Yes, it is a 2-mile walk. Okay. And you don't have to do it. It's not going to rain. It's possible. But you really don't have to do it in the worst part of a rainstorm or in the hottest part of the day. You just have to do 2 of them per shift. You don't have to do it all at once. You can divide it up as long as it's done. And I found myself speaking like my dad because I was like, when I started security way back in 1992, we got to work, we walked for 8 fucking hours unless we had to take a shit or to eat a sandwich. They don't want to do it just twice a day.
Okay. Doing the minimum versus doing your job versus doing extra is a different conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm with you on that. Because where I currently work, I can look over and see somebody who is on their position in the warehouse I work in
Mhm.
on a FaceTime call for 2 hours. Then they will come to me and ask me if I have a charger for their fucking phone. They're a piece of shit. They're a
Yeah,
goddamn.
yeah.
Ah.
But I gotta say, that's just not millennials. There
That
has
is
been
not
a change in the entire workforce these days. I mean,
But I don't see Gen X doing it.
mm,
What Gen X will do, they won't be on their phone. They'll walk away and gossip for 2 hours instead. You know, the old gathering around the water cooler thing, but we don't have water coolers now. So they aim for the management and go engage them in a conversation because, they're talking to the boss. They can't get in
Mhm.
trouble, right?
Talking to the boss, yeah.
By the way, Andrea saw a beautiful exchange the other day where the person was trying to like schmooze with the boss and get out of the extra work, and the boss went, "No, you go do what you're told to do, or you get penalized." And the boss walked away,
Hmm.
and I'm like, oh, I'm like the cat on the commercial, oh, because yeah, I agree with that shit. But millennials, they're calling bullshit on getting a job and then expecting to do 3 different roles.
Work.
And Tal says, I don't work for free, but I have great work ethic. I don't work for companies, though, and my success and my pay is dependent on that work ethic. Tal, here's what I'm going to say. A lot of us, and by a lot of us, I mean Andrea, myself, Ed, we have a great work ethic, and we
Mm.
will cover the holes when they need covered.
Absolutely.
But when they don't fill that hole and you're still having to cover it a month, 3 months, or more later, we don't know how to back away and go, fucking handle your shit because that's not my job.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're now doing that. That's part of our job now. That's part of our mindset of how we came up through the business and workforce. But these younger folks are going, no, I'm not doing 3 people's jobs. I don't mind covering one person's job for a day, maybe 3 days, but I'm not fucking doing that job as no. Oh, but your job description says other duties as required,
As required.
which is like this goddamn loophole.
Mm.
And by the way, Bree, this is when I get burnt out and quit.
Sure.
Yeah, what I'm offering is people of your generation, Bree, have been just saying no, which causes extreme anxiety in me to do that.
Right. Right. Right.
But
Well, the opposite of that is
yeah,
I once worked 14 years on the security contract for a client. Went through 5 different security companies. They always kept me around. Um, when I started with them, I had one task. I stood at a back door, made sure people badged in when they came in the door.
okay.
They started to downsize. They looked and said, "You got half a brain. Hey, you can now take on this task." They downsized some more. "You got half a brain. You can now take on this task." Okay, by the time I left them, I wasn't really doing any security work. I was working more as their facility administrator and shipping manager than I was their security officer. I always looked at that as making myself more valuable. Now I do realize
Mm-hmm.
I am a number on a piece of paper,
Yeah.
but if I can make myself more valuable, they'll keep me around longer.
Did that work?
And it did worked for them for 14 years. However, as they added task, they increased my salary.
Oh,
Okay.
that's different.
I left, yeah, I left them. That's what I said. The opposite side of that. I left them making more money as a security officer than I'm making now as a manager. They did eventually lay me off because they downsized so fucking much. They realized, what is this guy doing all day long? I picked up the phone and ordered and called one shipment in for pickup each day. That's all I was doing. I was doing probably 1 hour's worth of work in the end there for the last 2 years that I was with them. And finally, somebody realized, why are we paying this guy $65K to pick up the phone and call for one shipment a day?
Okay, that's fair. Obviously, you feel it's fair too, because you're like, Okay, couple of comments here. By the way, Ace, Tal's husband is in that trap. He does everything and more, and now they expect it rather than filling those holes. So let me tell you this, and then I'll read you a couple more comments. I have said it to Ed and Andrea so many times. Sometimes you cannot succeed until you fail consistently. Because if you keep on covering those holes or putting out those fires or doing that third job, they're not going to fill that hole, fill that role, correct the problem because you're fucking handling it. And the next person comes into that job and gets overworked
Sure.
and burnt out.
Sure.
So, yeah, don't, because I get it. Tal also said if a company can make money by not hiring extra people, by depending on those people who won't say no, it doesn't make physical sense to hire anyone. It's not ethical, but it's commonplace. Right. It is. Hey, should we... I feel like I need a light I could turn on that just says greed in neon.
Well, and I'll answer Bree's question. She wants to know, why did you take the manager position if you're not satisfied with what I'm making? And I guess I need to clarify, Bree, the position that I was making just as a security officer, that was with another company. I was commuting to Northern Virginia at that time. Um, I'm not commuting to Northern Virginia now. I live way out in the mountains.
What's the
I took
difference in time?
the difference in time is probably about an hour and a half.
Okay, that's the difference. Yeah. That's not the total time, folks. That's the time he's saving.
That's the time I'm saving sitting on the road in traffic. Most days I work right out of my desk at home. Okay. And I took the position. There had been 5 people in this position in just 2 years. And don't mean to toot my horn. After the 5th person, I finally decided to take the position because I knew I could do a better fucking job than the 5 people that preceded me.
So are you doing 3 people's job?
No, I'm not doing 3 people's job.
So
I
wear many hats in my position. It's just a position, and it doesn't really matter. I gotta wear that hat as a trainer. I have to wear that hat as a HR manager.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the position. That's what it calls for.
So, like Andrea just said, you're doing it right the first time.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're doing it at all, whereas the other ones are like, no.
Yeah. One guy was coming to work and gaming all day long. Another guy would come into the office and then leave and go to the gym.
Let me tell you, I couldn't do either of those things. Look, I could take an hour or two. No, not during work hours. I would not feel right about it. And by the way, Bree asked a very important question that is very key to this. So are you happy overall then?
I'm exhausted most of the time, but I go to bed each night satisfied that I did a good fucking job.
But exhausted. So are you doing more than you should be?
No. It's just, it's peopling.
Okay, mentally exhausted. Yeah. You're dealing with dumbasses that don't want to do the minimum, and that's draining. And Bree, you say I get that, but in your job roles that you mentioned, you get burnt out and quit. Are you doing the minimum, or are you whining the whole time about having to do the minimum? Because that's the difference. We don't have a problem with millennials standing up for themselves, taking care of business, if they're doing the job they were hired to do. My point is, millennials are the ones that are calling out, you're overworking me. You're making me do more than everyone else. And that is a fucking hero. Go ahead, Andrea.
So what I've learned, because before I'd get a job and I'd go in, I'd give it my all and do everything from the beginning. Don't fucking do that. Because every time I would do that, they're like, oh, you're so great. You're so great. Here's more. Here's more. Here's more.
Yeah.
I would go to work and come home so exhausted, I would not eat. I would go to bed.
She would
Get
cry.
up, do it all again.
She would cry on a regular basis. Like, I would eventually, after an hour, have to tell her, you need to stop talking about your workday now. Because you are complaining and suffering, making yourself suffer. Because you're so unhappy at this job.
It'll make you sick.
So I had to learn that.
Bree, I'm gonna pull out the willow stick and smack you on the ass real quick. Bree says, I take on more than I need to, and not getting appreciated for what I do. You're not at your job to be appreciated. You're there for a paycheck. If you're looking to get appreciated, go volunteer, baby.
You're never going to get it. You're a number on a piece of paper.
Or as I say, you're a cog in the machine, and you're cheaper to replace than fix.
Yeah.
You imagine a watch and the mechanical stuff inside of it. You don't unbend a teeny little, you replace it.
Yeah. Do it for your own self-gratification, not to be appreciated.
Yeah.
Because you'll never be appreciated.
Because now you're giving control to somebody else to make your job worth it. Andrea, I see you moving. What do you got there?
I'm waiting for you to get done with your
Go on.
But yeah, volunteer. Find a hobby that fulfills you where this job pays for that. I have cats. They appreciate the fuck out of me, especially when they want food.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to find your appreciation and gratification elsewhere. You cannot find it at a job, especially nowadays. I mean, some people have that. Few and far between.
I have a friend that says, I work to have funds to fund my fun.
Oh, that's great.
That is great, especially if you say it fast and you're like, wait, what?
Oh, fuck no, I can't say that fast.
Oh, no, well, I love how you sounded it out. Go ahead, Andrea.
We stopped at the store after work the other day, and I went in because I needed some Epsom salt because my feet are killing me. We worked several extra days, 10-hour shifts and everything, so I went in to get Epsom salt, and I'm like, okay, I need a toy.
Oh!
So I bought me some toys.
You got to clarify this one.
Yeah. So I bought me some stuff I wanted, and then I bought a bag of candy. Yeah, I know, so much plastic, but whatever. So I bought that. I get up to the register, and I put it down. I'm like, I came in for this. I got all this. He's like, oh, is it for the kids? I'm like, no, it's for me. I'm like, I have adult money, so I can buy my toys. He's like, I love that. So, yeah, I'm like, kids ain't got no damn money. When I was a kid, I had no money, so I didn't have toys. I didn't have these things. But now I'm an adult. I can afford my toys, my Barbies, and all the accessories.
Yeah.
You do not have a single Barbie that you have there with your toys. What do you have?
No more cucumbers and bananas for you, huh? Actual toys.
She has.
Oh, I have Larvy.
And what is Larvy?
Larvy is a teenage fashion maggot. So I do have a Barbie back here.
Maggot.
It's the Day of the
To
Dead.
clarify, maggot.
Yeah, hold on.
She's going to get it. By the way, I want to reply to you, Bree. You said, I feel stupid. If you're responding to everything we're telling you right now, that one statement of, I feel stupid, we've done a good job tonight. We have woken you up to what you're dealing with. And you've grown, you said this, these are your words. That's where I've grown with it, realizing all of this. And there's Larvy, the fashion maggot.
Because I bought her a new dress. And look, she has a shoe. Look at her. Isn't she lovely?
And how many do you have?
I have two. I have a blonde one. And I have a blonde one over there. She's on the goat boat.
Thor's goat boat. The pop.
So it is show and tell. It is show and tell. I'm sorry, I'm
Show and
taking over this episode. It
Show
is
and
show and
tell on
tell.
the tavern.
We're good. We're good.
So,
If you're not
everybody's
watching the
seen the
video
pop-
part, folks, this is the time where you check out the video to see this shit.
So you know Pops. I love Pops. These were on sale, clearance, $2. Couldn't pass it up. Thor on a goat boat. I ripped Thor off.
She literally tore Thor off the boat. I
Again.
have him behind me on some booze bottles.
Wow.
So Larvy is in her diving outfit with her little fin, and she's on the goat boat.
Wow.
And Bree, I want
So
you to
this is-
clarify this. Andrea, Bree says, Andrea sniffs and wipes my tears. I've been struggling with jobs. Now, before this, she said, I feel stupid. Bree, can you clarify, not being contrary at all, why did you feel stupid? And what have you been struggling with? What did Andrea do or say that made you feel this way, that give you this epiphany? And by the way, let me say, sometimes your adult money isn't necessarily for toys like what Andrea just showed. It's for, you've got a decent car. You can afford food in your refrigerator. You have your own
What
place
brings
to
you
live.
joy?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like,
sometimes...
So this is extra.
A new
This is
book.
extra. I don't do this all the time. Like, we have food, bills are paid, car payment, insurance, all that. But sometimes I have a little bit of money and I can buy this.
But 10 years ago, Andrea was struggling. And since then, she's built the base. You start with the base. You start with the home. You start with the car. Then you get all that cool shit behind her, like the fucking ears and the coconut
It's a hat.
boobies behind you that are so staring at me.
Thrift store. Thrift stores. I love thrift stores. It's where I get my fun stuff. Or, okay, sometimes people throw things out, and you might find it on the side of the road. Whatever.
Look, you're going to find joy where you find joy.
Where you find joy, yeah.
You don't have to be too proud. Ed, how many times have you bought something or found something that is used that you went, oh, I could... How many kayaks you got, motherfucker? That's where I'm going.
I'm down to 2 now.
Oh, are you really? Oh.
Yeah, I'm down to 2 now, yeah.
By the way, Ed has totally fucking backed me up and support me when I go camping with me at a 2-seater kayak to me where my son could go with me and I could do all the work while my son acts like he does work. He was like 6 at the time.
Yeah.
But
but that one I got used.
I
bought 3 used. And,
right.
Really enjoyed them.
And that's my point.
So, is your joy brand name luxury items? Oh, I love me some Dolce & Gabbana and some Michael Kors. Thrift store. I am not paying $50 for a t-shirt when I could pay $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the latest season or whatever. Whatever makes you happy, you kind of work towards that.
Teresa looks at the new styles as they come out each year, and she just goes, well, I'm not going to be in style again this year.
You know what? As she keeps her old shit, eventually it's rolling around again.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, my leg warmers from the 80s came back several years ago, and I gave it to my friend's kid. I'm like, there you go. Vintage.
Rainbow, just like the leg warmers Robin Williams used to wear in Mork and Mindy.
Yes.
Maybe they're suspenders. I don't know. Whatever.
Suspenders.
Shh.
Had some of those.
Shh. I did too, actually, with the little things that he had on there. Because I'm a fucking nerd. And that's another thing, folks. Look, Ed, you fit in?
Yeah, no, it depends.
Dude, you're a black man that will wear a kilt. You are, just because you work with what you got and you do beautifully with it, doesn't mean you fit in.
You're right. I never really concerned myself with fitting in. I do me.
Right.
And doing me sometimes is appreciated by people around me. Doing me sometimes is not appreciated by people around me.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, baby.
Anyhow. And Andrea, I'm going to dare speak for you. you don't fit in either. But because you
Thanks.
don't fit in, and I don't fit in, and Ed, you don't fit in, we're now either the outcasts or the leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And how do other people see you? You might see yourself as an outcast.
Mm-hmm.
But you can be a leader just by being genuine to who you are. And I feel like millennials have done that. I went, I'm not doing this extra shit because you told me to. I'm going to do it because I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And temporarily, because I'm not going to continue. And by the way, I got to read Bree's thing. I'm not going to read it out loud. I'm going to scan it real quick, and then I might respond. So one of you two have something to say because it's a huge paragraph, and I feel like it's beautiful because it mentions me in particular.
That's so.
Nope, I'm going to read this. Just in general, like I've come to realization that time around why I've struggled is because I need to be happier with how I do my work for these jobs, not getting the satisfaction from the employers. I feel stupid for not realizing this over the years when I realized this today. I just feel like I'm not ever good enough. And I'm tired. Yeah, that's an important epiphany. And I'd love it, Bree, if you would copy paste this and burn it to a fucking wood plaque and put it on your goddamn wall. Because here's the deal. You're using the tape measure held by someone else, not by yourself. I'm not saying you can't do more, but if you're going to do more, do it for you. Okay?
Don't do it for them, yeah.
Not for your parents, not for your siblings, not for your employers, not for me. Ed, what were you going to say?
Always seek self-gratification first. What I do, it can be hard, can be difficult, can be tiring. I don't like peopling. Okay, but at the end of the day, I am satisfied that I have been the best me I could in what I was doing.
God
I seek
damn it.
that self-gratification. If nobody recognizes me, if nobody says, if I don't get that award, because we do give awards in this company, if I don't, I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. Okay, because maybe I'm a little, oh, what's the word I'm
Jaded?
thinking? No, not jaded. Stuck on myself or whatever. I know I did a good fucking job. Okay, you don't want to recognize me? I don't care, because I did a good fucking job.
So what I'm hearing is you're the most important person who judges what you do and how you do it.
Yep.
Andrea, I saw you point at the screen.
Yes.
What do you got?
So, Brie, here's the thing. As female, if
Oh.
you have that same attitude as Ed, like, I'm good. I know I'm good. And you portray that, they'll be like, I've had this happen to me before. They're like, you're conceited. No, fucking confident. Because as a female, especially in workplace, you got to know your worth. Don't listen to other people's shit.
Yep.
Don't let it get to you.
Yep.
Yep. So, and that's what I'm saying about millennials. To just tie it back into the topic that I broached, this is what I'm saying. Millennials have taught us something. We don't have to do it all. If we're going to do more than we should do it for ourselves, for the self-gratification, as you two both just said, as Bree is realizing in chat right now. So, closing thoughts on this topic? Ed?
Do you, Bree? I do me. You do you. Well, shit, we can do each other if you want.
How
But yeah,
you doing?
just do you.
We're going to interrupt Ed. Andrea, closing thoughts?
I don't know after that.
Yeah. How do you follow that? We're going to OnlyFans right after this. Anything?
Love you, girl.
That really, that was nothing, Andrea?
No, nothing good.
Okay,
I said mine.
so I'm going to wrap this up. Let me give us our little closing instrumental outro. Guys, I want to hear how this made you feel. We're not pointing fingers at millennials, we're thanking them. You know, the ones that actually do shit. It made us realize we're doing too much. Send us our comments, our thoughts, reactions, or other topics you'd like to hear about to talkingthetavernshow@gmail.com. Come join us on twitch.tv/Travis Tavern. And subscribe to be able to join in that conversation as only the most special people get to do. Other than that, we're going to get another round. Catch you next week. Come hang
Bye,
out.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.